Here is the state news on OGBC and Bolaji is a first major items. Government has extended sale of subsidized rice to pensioners, just as it is working on harmonizing taxes and levies. House of Assembly Speaker tasked security agencies to on checking vandalism of public facilities. The governor, Prince Abiodun, has extended the sale of subsidized rice to pensioners. The head of service, Mr. Kehinde Onosoya, made this known while monitoring the sales of discounted rice to members of the Local Government Pensioners Association of Nigeria, (LOCPAN), in Itaoshi on Monday. Mr. Onosoya said since the economic situation in the country cuts across all ages, the government decided to extend the sales of the rice at discounted rates to the local government pensioners, while urging the pensioners to take advantage of the gesture. The head of service said the governor, the Pavedo-led administration, is pensioners friendly and concerned about their welfare. The state chairman of LOCPAN, Pastor Benedict Ademoye, said the gesture will go a long way to alleviate the hardship of pensioners at this period of high cost of food items, describing the governor's gesture as unprecedented. In the meantime, the government has lined up activities to mark this year's Democracy Day on Wednesday, June 12th. A statement by the Secretary to the State Government, Mr. Tokumbo Talabi, has it that a special memorial prayer will hold at the family house of the late Chief Moshood Kashimawo Olawale Abiola at Ojavo, Wagura, Abeokuta at 8 a.m. This will be followed by a commemorative lecture with the theme June 12, defining the moments in the democratic development in Nigeria, to be delivered by a public affairs analyst, Mr. Richard Akiola, beginning from 10 a.m. at the Abbas Ogunde Hall, June 12th, Cultural Center, Kuto, Abeokuta. In another development, the government is working to harmonize taxes and levies in order to reduce the incidence of double taxation that may affect the revenue base of businesses. The Commissioner for Industry, Trade and Investment, Mr. Adebola Shofela, made this known during a strategic visit to the head office of Nestle Nigeria. According to Mr. Shofela, the government is boosting the existing relationship with various stakeholders to further collaborate and share ideas on areas of common interest. It restated the commitment of the governor, Dr. Abiodun-led administration, to capacity building at all levels, saying that technical schools in the state are being upgraded to ensure companies do not have any gap in power to fill the technical needs. The commissioner appealed to the various companies across the three senatorial districts of the state to consider the qualified residents of the state for employment as part of efforts to promote their relationship with host communities. The new chairman of the state's traditional council and Oluofilaro Obakende Olugbenle has pledged to build on the solid foundation laid by its predecessors and work with the government to promote the welfare of the royal fathers and progress of the traditional institution in the state. Oba Olugbenle hosted this in an acceptance speech after its inauguration as the chairman of the Traditional Council, assured of collaboration with the government to enhance the development, peace, and prosperity of the state, as well as the preservation and promotion of the state's rich cultural heritage. The Olu of Ilaro expressed commitment to fostering unity and harmony amongst the traditional rulers and instilling discipline, high moral standards, and integrity expected of the extolled souls. Oba Lugwele promised to educate and sensitize the royal fathers on their revered roles and expectations under the Obas and Chiefs Law of the State of 2021 and other extant laws, as well as collaborate with the government to put an end to the proliferation of legal Obas and Bales, which is giving the traditional institution a bad image in the state. In an address, the outgoing chairman of the State Council of Obas and Akarigo of Vermont, Oba Babatunde Ajayi, expressed happiness for successfully steering the affairs of the council in the last 2 years, lauding Governor Abioda's commitment to the development of the traditional institution as well as the state. Oba Ajayi, who said that the State Council of Obas is a working project and will continue to be alive to his responsibilities. Congratulated Yoruba Filaro for taking over the leadership of the traditional body. In a welcome address, the Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Honorable Ganiyu Amzat, applauded the dedication and leadership traits of Obalubele, expressing confidence that the already established synergy between the state government and the traditional institution will further thrive under its leadership. You're listening to the state news on OGBC 90.5 FM. The Speaker of the House of Assembly, the Right Honorable Dudai Selemide, at plenary this Tuesday, charged security agencies to be alive to their duties in checking vandalization of public facilities. The Speaker equally tasked ministries, departments, and agencies, NDAs, to ensure public infrastructure are well monitored. The Right Honorable Lemidi, while responding to matter of urgent public importance from Assemblyman Babatile Teller, pleaded with those vandalizing public facilities to desist from the act. He urged everyone to inform the appropriate quarters whenever they see someone vandalizing public assets in order to protect such facilities, saying the future of the state lies in collaborative efforts. Earlier, Assemblyman Babatole Teller spoke on the matter of urgent public importance on vandalization of iron barricades on the bridge linking Okimoso, NNPC, and Kuto. Lobby correspondent Dele Ogunleye reports that the minority leader, Assemblyman Lukman Adeleye, while speaking on the personal explanation, called for median and barricades on the Ijebu-Ode Epe road to check uncensored road accidents. Meanwhile, local government chairmen and the state have been charged to avoid infractions that could lead to non-remittance or loss of government revenue, assets, and extra budgetary spending. The chairman, House of Assembly Committee on Public Accounts and Anti-Corruption, Assemblyman Dari Bello, gave the charge when the Remo North and Abeokuta South local government teams, led by their chairman, Honorable Adedapo Odunsi and Ayodele Majagodumi, appeared before the committee in commencement of the consideration of years 2020, 2021, and 2022 Auditor General report at the Assembly Complex in Abeokuta. According to him, it is imperative that all government resources are effectively managed in accordance with extant rules and regulations. The committee directing the Remo North local government to submit its cash inflows and outflows between year 2020 and 2023, as well as details of all capital projects in the period under review. The committee directed Remo North local government to submit its cash inflows and outflows between year 2020 and 2023, as well as details of all capital projects in the period under review before the 19th of June, while Abeokuta South local government should represent its report on 25th of June, including the submission of the comprehensive data of internally generated revenue, as well as information on all the landed properties of the council. Responding, the chairman assured that they will continue to strengthen internal mechanisms to ensure transparency and accountability in the finances of the councils. The committee also invited a former chairman, Mr. Tayo Showole, and the chairman of the defunct Remo Northeast LCDA, Mr. Shegun Doe, for further clarification on some grey areas in respect of the council's assets. The National Orientation Agency will not relent in its duty of sensitizing Nigerians on government policies as well as the national identity and symbols. It is, however, advocating continuous partnership of relevant agencies, especially the media, to propagate the message. The new State Director of the National Orientation Agency, Mrs. Olufunke Salako, said this during the particular call of the management of the State Broadcasting Corporation (OGBC) this Tuesday at the station's headquarters in Impara, Abeokuta. She said the visit was to familiarize herself with the stakeholders, commending OGBC management for the cooperation and partnership between the station and NOA over the years. In a response, the General Manager of OGBC, Mrs. Toyin Shopeson, represented by the Deputy General Manager, Programs Services, Mr. Gbenga Motunde, said OGBC and NOA are partners with primary and secondary schools, as well as government science and technical colleges in the state, as they proceed on the midterm break for the third term academic session from Thursday to Friday. A statement by the Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, Professor Bayomi Arigbabo, informs that schools are expected to resume for academic activities next week, Wednesday, after the Eid al-Kabir holiday. Cooperate with the government in the quest to transform the state. The effort is for the benefit of all. To end the state news and other look at the major items. Speaking while monitoring the sale of discounted rice to members of the Local Government Pensions Association of Nigeria, (LOCPAN), in Itoshin, Abeokuta, the head of service, Mr. Kenge Onasoya, said Governor Dapo Abiodun is extending the sale of the subsidized rice to pensioners to cushion the impact of the current economic challenges. The Commissioner for Industry, Trade and Investment, Mr. Adebola Shofela, this has made it known that the government is working on harmonizing taxes and levies to check multiple taxation. He also heard that the Speaker, the Right Honorable Dai Lemide, at plenary this Tuesday, has asked security agencies in checking the vandalism of public facilities. The state news was edited by Chris Obu and broadcast from OGBC Abeokuta. For exclusive programs and the latest news updates, you can visit our website at www.openradio.ng.